Hello, my soul babies. So the other day, I happened to notice that I hit 1.2K on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? That's celebration, firstly. Secondly, I need to start posting more content on there so that 1.2 people that are supporting me can receive some guidance. So I was guided to do that today. I don't really know what we're going to be looking into, but I was guided to this tarot deck and this oracle deck, and when I was grabbing the deck, this came out. So for some of you, someone is literally about to be on their knees begging for some forgiveness. Okay. Now, I'm going to hit shuffle on the YouTube Super Mix, like I would normally do for a reading, and we're just going to dive in. I'm going to treat this just like any other collective reading. Something about privacy is important for the collective. The first song that came on is Privacy by Chris Brown, but I don't feel like playing it. Pretty Little Fears by Black and J.Cole. So yeah, again, something about privacy is important, and it could tie into whatever this forgiveness is for some of you. For some of you, whoever this is that's coming forward to ask for your forgiveness, they require privacy in relationship. I don't know. Something about that's important. Something about a mirror into the soul is what I just heard. But anyway, what do we have for YouTube? There's definitely communication coming. Okay, but be a little bit cautious because underneath of that I see the Two of Pentacles. So there's a couple different things I'm picking up on here. There's one, some of you are gonna, the Seven of Swords. Some of you are about to receive some communication from someone, but I honestly am hearing haphazardous action. So I feel like this person hasn't really learned their lesson and they're going to try to repeat a cycle with you in some type of way. And I honestly feel like this involves them juggling more than one person at this time. So I feel like this individual has another partner, is what I'm sensing. And they tend to put you in the middle. So even though they're coming forward for your forgiveness, I feel like ultimately for a lot of you, this person just isn't going to change. Some of you, this person is, like, this is the beginning of their growth, is what I'm hearing. Like, the beginning stages of their evolution is what I just heard. Now, others of you, this actually has nothing to do with love whatsoever, and this is about you recognizing where you need to find more balance in your day-to-day life and the things that are a little bit out of pocket at this time. I feel like with this Seven of Swords, some of you are deceiving yourself in some way, shape, or form when it comes to your time management skills, as well as, like, what you're investing into right now. Spirit's also really encouraging you to go towards whatever you're interested in when it comes to studying, is what I'm hearing. Specifically spirituality. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict right now. Some of you could be dealing with conflict in your home. Some of you could be dealing with some chaos surrounding your home life at this time. But remember that whatever you're experiencing, it's happening to shift you into a higher frequency. So you're shifting into this energy here. All right, there's a lot more abundance coming toward you. You're going to feel much more harmony, is what I'm hearing. Much more at peace. But this has to be closed before this can truly come into fruition. So the Four of Wands to me is about, like, stepping into yourself. It's about authenticity and, like, a homecoming kind of energy. And I feel like that's what's coming towards you, but this collective is struggling to embrace that because there's still this energy lingering in them somewhere. Yeah, you're going through, like, a really big healing right now. Some of you could have just ended a friendship, or a relationship or something. It's just like whatever this is that you experience with the Five of Pentacles traditionally in the upright, it would indicate like feeling left out in the cold. But because it's coming out in the reversed, I feel like you're healing this. Some of you are researching new ways of healing, is what I'm sensing. But yeah, like I feel like this involves some kind of third party situation. So there was definitely some shady behavior. And again, for some of you, this was a friend of yours that was doing some shady shit behind your back. I feel like some shit is starting to come to light, and this person or people could be coming forward to ask for your forgiveness from whatever unfolded in this past energy. But I feel like part of this, for some of you, this involves money. Okay, some of you could have lost money. Someone could have stolen money from you. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is a past situation, though. But look, I said it's coming to light. So your intuition knows the truth, okay? Your intuition has told you all along exactly what's about to happen. This person's in some heavy remorse. So for those of you that this was another individual that you were romantically involved with, they're regretting the choices that they made that led to that Five of Pentacles, that led to you ultimately walking away from them. I feel like this person didn't give you like equal give and take in the past, and I feel like this was something that they're starting to reflect upon. It's almost like I'm hearing the tables have turned. So whatever karma this person just received, it's because of what they did to you, and they're recognizing that because of the Judgment card here. Like, I'm telling you, there's like a big ascension in this energy, like a really big rebirth is unfolding, and a lot of things are starting to come to light. And honestly, for those of you that have been struggling, I'm hearing there's a shift. So those of you that have been struggling as of lately and experiencing a lot more, like, I don't want to say melodramatic, but that's the word that just came to my mind. excuse me, so those of you that have been experiencing more of a low frequency, that's shifting. You're coming into a much more balanced position within yourself as well as the energy around you. For those of you that have been dealing with that conflict in your home life, I feel like that's on its way out as well. Like, big recovery with the Five of Pentacles here. And again, like, you can intuitively feel this. I just dropped that. Because you're putting down burdens. That's what that was. The Ten of Wands. Stubborn. And again, for a lot of you, this is because somebody's recognizing the karma that they've received is for what they did. I feel like you're releasing a lot of this energy of like burdens, a lot of the weight that you're carrying that belongs to other people. And the more you reflect, the more you acknowledge your own shadow, and the more you sit in this energy where you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm regretting a lot of the choices that I made that led me to the path that I'm on right now, but at least I can correct them. Do you know what I mean? There's also something about some self-involved energy here with this Five of Cups, which I feel like, honestly, I'm hearing this person, whoever this is for you, whether it have been a friend or a romantic interest, you were like drowning is what I'm hearing. You were in a really bad way in your mind or in your body. Like, there was just something going on in your life that was keeping you feeling like you were drowning. For some of you, it was this person. And this person was so focused on themselves that they couldn't actually see you were struggling too. Okay? And I feel like this is part of what this person's holding on to. The regret that they're hanging on to ties into that. For some of you, this has to do with this Five of Pentacles. Like, this person could have very well made you feel isolated. But like, there's something about you both seeing that it was because of each other's pain. Does that make sense? It's like you're both starting to understand that it was never personal. It was always because of the pain that you were in and the pain that they were in, if that makes sense. Something about playing pool together is what I just saw in my mind's eye. I feel like there's a lot of things that are starting to come to light, especially with the High Priestess and the Sun's energy. It's like you're seeing a lot of truth, and for some of you, you're recognizing this was a very out of balance connection in the past, and I feel like this is something this person wants to correct. Like, I'm hearing the wheels of change. So I feel like the more this person and you both delegate the responsibilities and the heaviness that you've been carrying, the more you're seeing things in a different point of view. I'm also feeling guided to remind you to slow down, okay? There's no need to rush. There's no need to try to get to that next stage of life faster, because you're going to get there exactly when you're supposed to. There's 2 tens here, and I'm being guided to pull up that symbolism in tarot. But if I remember correctly, you're completing a really big cycle, is what the 2 tens mean. And I think it's interesting that one of them is the 10 of cups. So this is telling me that, like, whatever cycle you're closing, whatever is ending for you, it's leading towards something much more beautiful and lucrative, because you're starting to embody a much more stable energy within yourself. I feel like the more you acknowledge the truth of your past and your own shadow, the more you're able to evolve and step into the light, is what I just heard. Yeah, this collective's going through a lot of epiphanies. You're having a lot of, like, transformative energy, is what I just heard. You're having a lot of breakthroughs, and you're seeing things in a higher point of view than in a way that you never did in the past. And I feel like for some of you, this is a man. Like, I have cross watchers, okay? So for some of you, this is a man or a woman that's connected to you in a romantic sense, who put you in a third party situation and made you feel very small time and time again. They're going to be coming forward for your forgiveness because they've received exactly what they did to you. Others of you, you're the person that did it, okay? Take it how it fits for this. What is this song? Already Best Friends by Jack Harlow. So the number 10s represent both an ending and a beginning, the point of transition from a completed cycle to a new cycle. When 10s show up in a reading, whatever you've been working on or have been involved with is over. You've gotten whatever you're likely to get out of it, and it's time to move on. The good news, if you've been going through a rough period, it also serves as an affirmation. You've done what you've set out to do. If you've been stagnating lately, drawing a 10 tells you to challenge yourself to reach for a higher level. Interesting. So you guys are going through a shift. There's definitely discomfort. There's definitely, like, uncomfortability. But remember, I tell you guys this a lot. Things that make you feel uncomfortable, things that make you feel anxious, things that kind of trigger you out of your comfort zone, those are things that you have to fucking do. Like, point blank, period. Especially if you're triggered. Like, I know this is kind of an unpopular take, but, like, ultimately, if you're feeling triggered by something, it's because your body and the divine are trying to tell you there's an aspect of that and it needs to be healed. Triggers are meant to be processed, not meant to live with, all right? Yeah, this has a lot to do with some childhood shit. So I feel like some of you, so again, like cross watchers, some of you, this person treated you the way they thought men treat people, okay? Others of you, you dated this person because of your father figure. Take it how it fits. And like a small group of you, I feel like you are the way you are because of your childhood trauma pertaining to your dad. Maybe your dad's a little bit narcissistic. I don't know. Ultimately, Big childhood trauma is being purged in this energy, and I feel like this collective knows it. Something about ancient Egypt is significant. I feel like the more burdens you release, the more clarity you gain, the more you're seeing how you, this is real specific, the more you're seeing how you treated authentic people the way you should have treated toxic people. Okay? There's also a really big emphasis on grounding your energy right now. Like, Spirit's saying you need to get grounded because, I'm noticing the rush. Like, I've had to check myself 4 times. Yeah, I knew it. So a lot of you are closing a relationship with someone that is very karmic in nature. Okay, this is very codependent, very toxic relationship. And for some of you, the person that is closing this cycle is going to be coming towards you to beg for your forgiveness. I feel like you dated this individual because they lack empathy, is what I'm hearing, and so does your mom. Like, there's something about how this mirrors your childhood trauma, like, really, really significantly. I am now hearing the past return, so a lot of you, this is your masculine experiencing the ending of a karmic relationship, and a very codependent relationship at that. And I feel like it's, again, because this person lacked the emotional support, they were very possessive, they had vulnerability issues, and so did your divine, okay? And I feel like this is part of what your divine masculine is in the process of healing. This is big, 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 big healing energy. Like, all of a sudden, my heart chakra is just, like, expanding. Because the truth is coming to light, is what I just heard. I feel like this person wants to provide for you. They want to protect you. They want to build a life with you, is what I'm hearing. They see you as, like, a mentor as well for a lot of you. But I feel like their mommy issues caused them to feel like they weren't worthy of a relationship like yours. And again, what did I tell you? It's time for you to relax. It's time for you to take time for yourself. Enjoy being on your own. And just do you, is what I'm hearing. This person's going to communicate with a lot of you about what's going on at this time. I feel like they're going to come forward and, like, I'm hearing the word confession. They're going to confess a lot of truth. For some of you, it's going to be a drunk dial, is what I just heard. But they're trying to gain the courage to do it. I feel like for a lot of you, this person's really intimidated by you. And again, like, this person's insanely protective of your energy, but I feel like they made a lot of mistakes in the past. And there's an aspect of them in the past that was very narcissistic. They were very controlling, very manipulative. They tried to dominate you. They gaslit you a lot. And I feel like for them, it was because they were trying to escape their reality. All right. Like, it was never personal. It was always trauma related. I'm not saying that dismisses how they treated you, but I feel like that's a part of why they're afraid to come forward, because honestly, for some of you, this person's getting sober, and the more sober they get, the more they're seeing how awful they were to you. Money on Me by Morgan Wallen. This is what I mean. Like, they're coming into balance, and this is why they've learned whatever lesson they just went through. They've learned exactly what they needed to from it. Okay. And I feel like this person's experiencing kind of like a tower moment in a way. But it's because they need to come back into balance with themselves. This person could be struggling to sleep. They could be having some I almost just said insomniac nights. Is that even a fucking word? Anyway. I feel like this person, like, honestly, you guys, I'm kind of sensing, like, unrequited love energy. So I feel like they just kept giving and giving to... Stop it. Stop it. They kept giving and giving to a relationship that just wasn't for them. And, like, they're seeing that truth, okay? Like, something about money issues could be struggling with this person as well. That could be part of why they're staying up at night. We have fire energy. I don't know why I just almost said Libra, but for some of you, this could be a Libra. Patience is really important in this. I told you, this person's coming forward with communication. Because for a lot of you, this person's starting to realize the one individual they never should have treated this way is you, okay? And I feel like the more they see the light, the more they see their own control, the more they see their own narcissistic behavior. Look, as I'm saying it, the more this person sees their own darkness, the more they're recognizing that you were the one person they never should have treated this way. Something about the fall could be significant in the yin and yang symbol. I'm telling you, this person's coming forward with pure intentions this time around. And it's because, like I said, like, this person's seeing a lot of truth, okay? They could be watching you from a distance, keeping tabs on you is what I just heard. Interesting. They want to sweep you off your feet. This person wants to show you that chivalry is not dead. They want to court you. They want to show you that they're ready for love in a way that I feel like it's honestly going to kind of throw some of you off. This person and you both have been making healthier decisions. Something about exercise could be important at this time. I feel like you're both recognizing that you're empaths is kind of what I'm sensing. You've learned how to balance your energy is what I'm hearing. This collective worked really hard to find energy protection. And the more you did that, the more boundaries you put in place with your energy, the more this person started to do the same. It was very mirrored. I feel like you've been releasing the past. You've been embracing the new cycles of your life and recognizing that there is a much more enriching future to come. This person keeps typing out what to say to you, but erasing it because they don't know how to I'm hearing express themselves. I told you need to slow down, okay? Things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen, not when you want them to. Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. I'm tasting a banana. I feel like some of you are really tired, but it's because you're rushing. And you're rushing because you want to get to that next chapter, but it's actually creating a bigger delay in your life. And Spirit's asking you to take a step back and reflect upon this, because this is not going to come until you slow down, okay? And then we also have at the bottom of the deck here, wild horses, fast movement, overcoming conflict, and moving forward. There's a big victory coming for this collective, but there's a need to break the chains that bind you, okay, is what I just heard. For some of you, I feel like you're still connected to someone who's wearing a mask. And I feel like until you reflect upon that and you let that go, you're never going to shift into the energy that you need to shift into. Look at this. Stop. You and this person are about to build a life together. Like, a lot of you are about to be really successful. Like, I'm hearing the term generational wealth, so, like, I feel like you're going to create that for your future children. I feel like you're unlocking a solution to the past. Like, you're releasing a lot of your past right now, and you're more open than you ever were before. And I feel like because of that, you're shifting into a higher vibration. But you need to trust the process and stop allowing your past to pull you back in, is what I'm hearing, okay? 1616 when I said that. But yeah, that's what I have for YouTube. Again, I don't really know why I felt guided to do this, but I did. So I'm going to try to do this more frequently. No promises, but I'm going to try.